But on behalf of the Grenada Venezuela Solidarity Committee here in Grenada, we wish to condemn most strongly, most vehemently, to the extent that decent words will allow, the wanton total disregard of international law and the complete violation of the sovereignty of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, and a heinous crime of kidnapping which took place in the wee hours of the morning of Saturday.
Ein Volk, dat zichzelf niet respecteert, wird niemals respektiert werden. A people who do not respect themselves would never be respected. So I see you have this gentleman who obviously does not have any respect for himself, nor respect for the people of Grenada, nor respect for the intellect of the people of Grenada. That this gentleman would have the guts to come along, to come and spew this garbage to the people of Grenada. This is not a man who respects you. For all this man and his cohorts have done, that in this time that this gentleman could come and show such disrespect to the intellect and to the people of Grenada is unimaginable. I want to ask this gentleman, does he have some sense of memory loss? Or is his memory convenient? Or even more, is his memory expedient? I want to ask this gentleman, does he believe that the overthrow of the Gary government in 1979, does he believe that that should have been condemned strongly and vehemently? Does the gentleman believe that there was a wanton disregard of international law and the sovereignty of the people of Grenada in 1979 when the Gary government was illegitimately overthrown? Does the gentleman believe that all of a sudden he has such moral clarity that he didn't have over 40-something years ago? Well, I'll give him an opportunity. Seeing that he has such moral clarity on this issue, by now, let's see if he has moral clarity on what took place in 1979 when a government was ushered in that brought the most death and destruction to the people of Grenada, that brought the most violation of civic and human rights of the people of Grenada. If he has such moral clarity now on this issue, where was his moral clarity in 1979? Does he have moral clarity now about the issues of 1979? The way this gentleman is speaking, you would swear say that this gentleman was born in Venezuela. You would swear say that this gentleman's navel string was buried in Venezuela. For all the issues that are facing Grenada, that this gentleman believes that his golden years, after Grenada has done so much for this gentleman, that his golden years should be spent defending the rights and defending other countries. For all that Grenada has done for this gentleman. And you see, I blame you people in Grenada that you sit back and you allow in this your time these sort of people to come and bully your thought process. It's the same thing the gentleman did, okay, to rural, hard-working Grenadians during the PRG. At the behest of the PRG, this gentleman bullied rural, hard-working Grenadians, okay, into garbage political philosophy. And it's the same thing he did in his reign at the Union. Bully hard-working rural Grenadians, talk down to them, be condescending to them, and today he comes and he's being condescending to the people of Grenada. And you people sit there grown people in the society sit there and let this gentleman play with your minds and deceive the youth of Grenada. You allow it. Again, I want the gentleman to explain to the people of Grenada that seeing that he has such moral clarity on what recently happened in Venezuela and the Caribbean, I want him to explain to the Grenadian people if he thinks or he believes that it was a wanton disregard, okay, of international law and the sovereignty of Grenada in 1979, which ushered in a period, okay, of over 3,000 people being incarcerated without due process, which ushered in a period where the rural Grenadian men and Rastafarians were brutally advantaged in Hopeville. You have moral clarity? Explain to the Grenadian people your moral clarity on those issues. That to this day, that there are people, okay, who are young men and women at the time that are suffering from the psychological impacts and physical impacts of what was done to them in that period. And then you now have the guts to come and play some intellectual petit bourgeois for the Grenadian people. And again, as I said, you grown, mature Grenadians, intellectual Grenadians themselves, sit back and let this man dishonor and disrespect the Grenadian people. And you say nothing. And that is the problem with Grenadian people sometimes. Okay? That is the problem. You take everything for granted. Okay? You let people walk all over you, dishonor you, disrespect you. Okay? And you smile and grin at it. You do not stand up to them and say, look, we don't want to hear that garbage you're spewing. You don't challenge the validity, okay, and the rationality of what they're saying. And you sleep on it. And you don't understand the implications of what they are doing. And that emboldens them. You don't even understand the implications of how their thought, their expressions, and their influence jeopardize your situation. So explain to the Grenadian people the moral deviance that took place from 79 to 83. When you can explain that moral deviance, when you can chant down that moral deviance, okay, and the cruelty that took place then we would be willing to give you a listening ear. Then you would have been truthful to your cause of morality, okay? But for now, nothing you say resonates with the people of Grenada, okay? Because it comes across as hypocrisy. It comes across as clout chasing, you and your protege. You people do more harm than good. And anyone interested in a fruitful political career in Grenada should stay clear of people like you.